UFC 301 was a great card. Really, really good card. I will say that Brazil likes to make sure that their fighters are going to win. There were some sketchy things that we saw in this card, including a questionable decision or two. Not the Erceg one. You'll see where, but yeah, I mean, questionable stoppages. Overall, really good card though. I was very, very entertained. Like I told y'all, this was going to be a really, really good card. I went 11-2 on it, bringing my record to 119-68. That brings me to about 64%. So I think it's 63.6, but we're going to round up for the course of this video. Really, really fun card. I'm going to get right to it because my voice is a little hoarse and I want to make sure I can get through the whole thing for you guys. And the first fight in the card was Alessandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas, and Alessandro Costa's a problem, man. Landed some really, really good low kicks at the start of round two that ultimately ended this fight, and he was just outboxing the hell out of Kevin Borjas. I usually think Borjas is a pretty good fighter, and Borjas was throwing a lot. He just wasn't landing as much. Alessandro Costa was walking through his shots and absolutely teeing off on him. Ended up starting the second round by landing some really, really strong leg kicks and got it done. Borjas couldn't handle those leg kicks, and at the end of the day, he went down and got finished by Alessandro Costa. Major pause. Whoa. But yeah, great performance. I think Alessandro Costa is going to be a major problem to come in this division. He'll be ranked very, very soon. He put up a really good fight with Steve Erceg, and we just saw what Erceg done tonight. So let's see what happens with Alessandro Costa next. I'm ready for him to take a shot up the rankings. Ishmael Bonfim outclassed Vic Pichel, and I wish Bonfim got a finish, but he beat him all 3 rounds. There's not much else to say about the fight. I mean, he landed some good low kicks, yeah, but the boxing was just there. He made Vic Pichel miss a lot, and he just landed a lot on the head of Vic Pichel. Really, really good performance here from Ishmael Bonfim. Could be a problem in this division again. I'm curious to see how his grappling ends up looking. He just didn't really go to the well that much, but yeah, I mean, Ishmael Bonfim is a serious problem. Really, really good fighter, and his striking looks really good. I'm very excited to see what comes next for him. Vic Pichel's an old man, though. I really think he should have finished him. This is the bad decision. I'm going to let you look at it real quick while I try and get a little bit of a voice back by drinking some water. So Diani Barbosa won the fight 29-28 decision, and I picked her to win the fight 29-28 decision, but yeah, I don't think she did. I think Ernesta ended up winning this fight, and I think that this could be considered a robbery. I just think that so much more damage was done by Ernesta that Barbosa just luckily won the fight because she's from Brazil. Like, she had 25 seconds more of control. She landed one more takedown, but she attempted 10 more, so I don't really understand. I don't want to say I don't understand. They're in Brazil. Of course I understand. They want Barbosa to win, but yeah, I mean, Ernesta Chikati, the reason I'm calling her Ernesta is because I cannot fucking pronounce that last name. Good striking. Pretty good striking. I'm very impressed with her takedown defense as well. Stuffing 9 takedowns is very, very impressive. And I think she won this fight. So Barbosa ends up getting the decision. I don't think she deserved it. And Barbosa is going to be someone that we're betting against on the next card. And Ernesta is going to be someone that we're betting for. I just think that she's a lot better, and I'm impressed with her takedown defense. One of the performances of the night. Now, Costa got a performance bonus, but Ruffy got one as well. Holy shit, what a performance. Went pretty much exactly how I thought. He beat the daylights out of Jamie Malarkey. Even had like a scissor trip takedown, which was fucking sick. This dude's a problem, man. Has crazy power and absolutely sparked Jamie Malarkey. And Jamie Malarkey landed a couple of decent shots, but Ruffy just walked through them and landed his 10 times better. This dude has crazy power. He is going to be a problem in the division. I can't wait to see him make it. This guy, man, watch out for him because Marcio Ruffy is an absolute monster. I mean, the punches he was landing on Jamie Malarkey was just absolutely maddening. And that flying knee, I almost forgot about the flying knee. He landed that right on Jamie Malarkey's chin and then got the finishing sequence. Amazing finishing instincts. Just a sick performance from Marcio Ruffy. 1 round, got it done against Jamie Malarkey. Great work from Marcio Ruffy. Let's see what he can do in months to come. Years to come. So I did have a parlay that I want to tell you about. It was Alessandro Costa, Marcio Ruffy, Drakkar Klose, Maidelbeck Orabai, and Jose Aldo, 1,000 to win 1,100. And I hit that. And Drakkar Klose, man, was the one that I thought was... That was a close one. That was a really close one. I do think that Drakkar Klose won the fight 29-28, but Joaquim Silva in round 3 had me scared. I mean, that guillotine, that Drakkar Klose, by the way, is a fucking savage. For any time he's like kind of stuck in a submission, he just flies backwards and just tries to slam people on their head. It was really cool to see. Didn't get the job done on Joaquim Silva. His chin was a little in the air, and Joaquim Silva was able to land some of those hooks. But Drakkar Klose was just landing the cleaner and more consistent striking. The two was right down the middle every time. He was landing it well. And he did really, really good clinch work against the cage. He didn't get the takedowns, but the clinch work was really good. Good performance from Drakkar Klose. Good performance from Joaquim Silva. I thought this was a pretty good fight. I really did. Drakkar Klose, man, he's 15-2. This guy, and he lost his recent fight 5 years ago, and it was to Beneil Dariush, in one that he was winning until he got starched by just like, I don't want to say a lucky shot, but Dariush just ended up like finding the dog in him. So Drakkar Klose is a good fighter, man. I can't wait to see what comes next. He won the fight I don't want to say it was very clearly, but round 3, I think he lost, or whichever round had the guillotine and the knockdown. I think it was round 3. But he won the other 2 rounds pretty clearly to me. Drakkar Klose won that fight 29-28. Good performance, good clinch work. He's a physically strong dude. And I like how clean his striking is. It's very, very good. The 2 comes right down the middle really well. His chin is there to be hit by the hook. So we'll see what happens in his next fights. But really good performance from Drakkar Klose. Good counter performance from Joaquim Silva. This is another one of those ones where I go, Brazil, what the fuck are you doing? Like, because Maidelbeck Orabai won the first fight. Or won the first round. Clear, ragdolled Elvis Brenner, and was beating him up on the feet. Really good work. Then round 2 comes around, and Maidelbeck Orabai is winning that round as well, again, like very clearly, getting the takedowns, but Elvis Brenner goes for some takedowns of his own. Maidelbeck Orabai touches the cage, and the ref takes a point. That was the least worthy point deduction I have ever seen. We have seen fighters hold onto the cage, prevent takedowns. O'Malley held the cage a bunch of times. And I like O'Malley now, so I'm not going to talk too much shit there, but like, Usman's held the cage. Like, all these guys have held the cage and just gotten religious warnings. Like, warning, multiple warnings, and nothing ends up happening. Maidelbeck Orabai touches the cage, doesn't even actually hold down on it to prevent a takedown, but gets a point taken. Dude, you can't tell me that Brazil didn't want Brenner to win this fight. And granted, I kind of wanted Brenner to win this fight. I picked Orabai, and I bet on Orabai, because I knew he would. But he won 30-27. That is a terrible point deduction, and Elvis Brenner had a chance for a draw, but Maidelbeck Orabai getting that knockdown in the last few seconds of round 3 saved the fight for him. Really good performance. It was a sloppy fight. Don't get me wrong. This fight was not technical by any means, but it was a very, very fun fight. We saw Orabai has insanely good grappling, and Elvis Brenner is a pretty good counter grappler as well. But Orabai also has insane power in those hands and can throw some pretty straight shots. The one thing that concerns me is the gas tank, but he put on an insanely high pace, and that's why the 2 of these guys gassed out. So I'm interested to see in what happens in their next fights. 2 really good fighters here. Sucks that someone had to lose, but Maidelbeck Orabai won a clear 30-27 decision to me. That should not have been a point deduction. Speaking of clear 30-27 decisions, Yasmin Lucindo just beat up on Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I feel bad for Kowalkiewicz because Yasmin Lucindo looked insanely good, powerful, really good striking, good takedowns, good control, good grappling. Like, it was a textbook performance from Yasmin Lucindo. And I think she's only like 23 years old, so she's going to be a problem in this division 4 years to come. Wow. Like, really, really good performance, Yasmin Lucindo. Very, 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 very interested to see what happens. I mean, she lost to Yasmin Uregui, yeah, but she was also only like 21, and I get it, Uregui was like 24 at the time, still young, but like, Yasmin Lucindo has crazy, crazy power, especially for that strawweight division, and Karolina Kowalkiewicz is a tough out for people. Like, she's a veteran of the game. She has decent grappling. She has decent striking, no power, but like, she's durable. She stays in there, and Yasmin Lucindo's a monster, though. Yasmin Lucindo had a great performance. 30-27, clear as day. This is another weird one. Because Joanderson Brito was winning this fight clearly, and he probably would have ended up winning the fight, but they called it due to a doctor stoppage via a leg cut in round 2. We've seen broken bones, we've seen worse cuts than this, and I get the cut was pretty bad, but I think they just called it because they wanted to ensure a win for Joanderson Brito. I mean, it's just weird that they do this stuff, man. Like, Joanderson Brito, not taking away anything from his performance, because he had violent leg kicks, like really powerful, violent leg kicks that split Jack Shore open. And the actually reason it got split open is because Jack Shore checked it, but the damage was done to the point where Jack Shore's leg was already chewed, that checking it wasn't really doing anything at that point. Now, Jack Shore's tough. I think he wanted to keep going, but that cut was apparently enough for the doctor to stop it. Joanderson Brito has insane power, was winging like a madman. Jack Shore, kudos for staying in there as long as he did, but like, Brito's got to make sure he's got that gas tank under control, because Jack Shore, there's a world in which that tide could have turned. Now, that's pretty much what the MMA guru said, but like, I was thinking the same thing watching that fight. I'm like, dude, if Joanderson Brito gasses out, Jack Shore can put crazy pressure on, eliminate those leg kicks with the pressure, and just outbox Joanderson Brito and just try to avoid the heavy counters coming his way. But at the end of the day, Joanderson Brito did enough, got the fight done by second round KO. Really good performance here. I mean, he's a monster, dude. He's a true featherweight. He is an absolute monster. This guy's going to be a problem in the rankings. I get that he lost to, like, I don't know, was it Dan Ige that he lost to? But, like, maybe he has to fight Dan Ige. I don't know. He lost to someone. Maybe he didn't. I might be thinking of someone else. But Joanderson Brito, man, he's a problem. And I can't wait to see what he does in the top 15 of the featherweight rankings, because he should be probably ranked number 15 now. And looking onwards and upwards, I mean, this is a really good performance. But again, it being in Brazil is the reason that this fight got stopped short. Mercy killing on this one. Caio Borralho beat up on Paul Craig. Now, all I'm going to say on this fight is Paul Craig is god-awful at striking, as we all know. I don't know what he does in training to not get better ever in striking, ever. Like, literally ever. He was 4 of 19 to the head. Could not find Caio Borralho. And then when he fights, his chin's like right in the air. He throws it, and his chin's right here. It's there to be hit every single time. I just don't know what the guy thinks he's doing. Caio Borralho beat up on him. Good takedown defense. Paul Craig literally needs to fix his boxing so he can shoot takedowns, because he is literally never going to get a takedown at this level in middleweight if he can't set it up with boxing. Like, it's insane that this dude has made it this far in the UFC with no striking. Like, literally no striking. And you think of some of his wins, Jamal Hill, he broke his arm. Jamal Hill would have ended up winning that fight if it goes back to the feet, easily. He beat Magomed Ankalaev in the last second because Magomed Ankalaev doesn't have a warrior spirit and can't hold out one more second to not get tapped. There was 4:99 left in the, like, it was 1 second left in the fight, and he tapped Magomed Ankalaev after getting beat up the whole fight. Like, this is insane. Paul Craig has no striking. He just doesn't belong in the UFC, man. He really doesn't. I don't know how he's ranked. He is just got murdered by Caio Borralho, and Borralho's putting up a really, really good resume at this point now. Like, he looks really good in these fights, and he's becoming a problem, man. I like the Cannonier call out. He's definitely not getting it, but he should look at it like a Dolidze, or he should look at like Anthony Hernandez when he returns. Like, this is the kind of fight that I want to see him in. So really good performance from Caio Borralho. Dude, Michel Pereira is a madman. Lands a 1-2, sits down Ihor Potierio, does a backflip, does land a leg to the grounded opponent, but it was a backflip, so we all went, I don't really care, because he landed a backflip on him. It was insane. And then gets a nasty guillotine choke, and Ihor Potierio goes out cold, like a standing guillotine, and he goes out completely limp. Holy shit, what a performance from Michel Pereira. Can we please get him a ranked opponent? Because this dude deserves it. I mean, he was 15 at welterweight, and now he's going up to middleweight and destroying people. He destroyed Olan Jacek. He destroyed Potieria. He destroyed Armin Petrovsky. Like, give this dude a ranked opponent. He's an absolute monster, and I can't wait to see what he's going to be doing, because this guy genuinely could be top 10 at middleweight, maybe even better, because we just know how much his skill is going to compare to those middleweights. It's going to be better. Like, he is better, and he is an absolute finishing hunter. So give him better fights. Can't wait to see what Michel Pereira does. This is the second time in recent memory that he won on 299 incredibly quickly. He won on whatever the Petrovsky card was incredibly quickly, and then he beat Ihor Potieria on 301 incredibly quickly. Keep making these quick turnarounds, and you're going to rocket up those rankings, brother. The man on paper Wins this fight due to Vitor Petrino being a dumbass. Plain and simple. Like, Petrino doesn't go for leg kicks, where Anthony Smith is so easy to beat. He decides that he wants to shoot takedowns and get caught in a guillotine. That's literally all that happened in this fight. Petrino's definitely a better striker. He is definitely more powerful. He's definitely more intimidating to Anthony Smith, but he gave Anthony Smith the submission by shooting a double leg and getting caught in a guillotine. Fucking idiot, man. This dude is an absolute idiot. I just can't believe that after all this time of seeing the only thing that Anthony Smith has is jiu-jitsu, people are willing to go to the ground with him. So stupid. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Because Anthony Smith's not that good. But you know what? Good for him. He's going to feel confident. He's going to feel happy. He's going to get another big fight. Gets to take care of his family a little bit longer. And, I mean, he's going to get smoked the second he goes up the rankings. I can't believe this dude thinks he has a chance against Alex Pereira. Like, it's insane, dude. But at the end of the day, he's going to get smoked at his next fight. And then we can see 20 losses next to his name. And then maybe he'll fucking retire because he's just overrated as hell. Plain and simple. Anthony Smith gets it done. Good win by guillotine. Bruce Buffer literally calls Vitor Petrino's name. I don't know if he was trolling or made a mistake, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, Anthony Smith just got lucky, got his guillotine because he didn't get lucky. You know what? He did not get lucky. Vitor Petrino's just an idiot. Like, these guys are literally have no IQ. So good win, Petrino. Or I'm sorry, good win, Anthony Smith. I just pulled a Buffer right there. And Petrino, man, just get fucking smarter, dude. I don't know. Like, fight IQ needs to be measured before going into the octagon. I told you. I said that Jose Aldo was going to address the leg kicks, put on the forward pressure, and outbox the daylights out of Jonathan Martinez. Jose Aldo took some leg kicks early, marched forward, addressed those leg kicks, and outboxed the daylights out of Jonathan Martinez. He babysat him in the cage for 3 rounds. The boxing's there. Jose Aldo's still there. The fact that the rankings come out this morning and he is ranked number 8. He's beaten Marlon Chito Vera. He's beaten Rob Font. He has beaten Pedro Munoz. He's beaten Jonathan Martinez. All ranked. All ranked fighters. Dude, like, what? Why is he not ranked top 5? Why is he not ranked right above Chito? That could have given us the Sandhagen fight, and it would have been great. Instead, we're going to get Sandhagen versus Umar, which I am going to make a video about tomorrow, and I am going to scream into the microphone because I am outraged about that. And don't get me wrong, I really like Jonathan Martinez. I think he's a stud, stellar fighter. Jose Aldo was the tailor-made matchup to beat him. It really was. A dude that can address the low kicks. I mean, come on, guys. Jose Aldo's still about this shit, man. One of the greatest of all time, top 5 fighter of all time, in my opinion, I think. Like, this guy is a fucking problem, man. At bantamweight, he's coming in here and he's beating up these contenders, dude. 3 rounds, babysat Jonathan Martinez. Great boxing. Landed a ton of crisp, great body shots. Started going up to the head. Landed good leg kicks of his own, more than Jonathan Martinez did. And then Mercy took him down. He took him down to make sure that he didn't have to beat up on Jonathan Martinez anymore. Jose Aldo is still a problem. I can't wait to see who he fights next. I want to see him fight for a title at some point, man. This guy's so good. He is so, so good. I can't wait to watch him fight again. Jose Aldo, making the fans happy. The King of Rio is that guy. He just is. He beat up on Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez will be back. He will be back and he will be better. But tonight was Jose Aldo's night and all the fans were happy about it. So I want you to look at these strikes while I take another sip of water to survive here. This is not a robbery. Now, I do think that the UFC tallies strikes incorrectly. 49-46 is a terrible scorecard. I kind of think it's 48-47 Pantoja. You can argue it's 48-47 Erceg, and I'll say, you know what, you're right. I don't know what you want to score round 5. It's completely up to you. I do kind of give it to Pantoja. But at the end of the day, dude, Pantoja just gets takedowns, kind of lays on his opponent, does minimal damage, and it's annoying to watch. But Pantoja did win this fight. I think, I can't say it definitively, but the thing to talk about in this fight is that Steve Erceg is the man. Like, I think he truly is the overall best fighter at flyweight, and I think he's going to be champion very soon. whether it's going to be in a rematch with Pantoja down the line, whether it's against whoever takes the title from Pantoja. I think he's going to beat everybody in this division, and I think he's going to be a long-reigning flyweight champion. Trust me on this. His striking is some of the best we've seen in the division. Incredibly technical. Just awesome boxing. Like, dude, the boxing on this dude, he doesn't miss the head. Like, he is incredible. Like, the jabs, the twos, the hooks, the uppercuts. Like, this guy is an absolute precise precision striker and has tremendous takedown defense. I get he got taken down 9 times. But it's because he made the mistakes of initiating the takedowns. To me, that's just inexperience, and he just got levels of experience in this fight here. Round 1 goes to Pantoja. Round 2 goes to Erceg. Round 3 goes to Pantoja. Round 4 goes to Erceg. Round 5, I think I give to Pantoja. Now, I'd like to watch it again. But I think I give it to Pantoja. I think Pantoja ended up winning the fight. I really like this performance from Steve Erceg, though. I mean, this is a dude that's going to be a fun champion in years to come. I give it one more year. He gets another win. He gets himself back into title contention, and I'm ready for him to beat up on Pantoja because he gave him the best fight. 100%. He gave him the hardest fight. You can argue Moreno was closer, but this one was more of like Erceg was like, holy shit, he's literally that dude. Like, Steve Erceg's a problem. I can't wait to see what happens next. UFC 301 was an absolute success. Some questionable stuff happened in it, but at the end of the day, really, really good card. And all I'm going to say, man, Jose Aldo made the fans happy. Steve Erceg will be a champion in the future. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I apologize. My voice is incredibly hoarse. I apologize. I had to keep it shorter than normal, but at the end of the day, I don't want to keep you watching a 30-minute video while my voice is just absolutely shot. Matchmaking coming out later this week. Umar having Dagestani privilege coming out later this week. Predictions for St. Louis coming out this week. A lot of content pumping on YouTube. Make sure to go check out my social as well, at Sandbox MMA, no spaces. Let's go, guys. Really, really good card. Like I told you, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.